To make a standing wrap, you got to get prepared first, and oftentimes this is what you're given, a bandage that's been used already, so you have to get prepared and roll it up. So the rule of thumb is Velcro to Velcro on the wrap here. Here's our Velcro, and here's the other Velcro. So we roll this inside. Keep it nice and tight, because the better you roll your wrap, the easier it is to bandage the horse's leg. So just put a little tension on it with the other hand, smooth it out. Different bandages are different lengths. This one is a little bit on the long side. Okay, once you have it rolled nicely, you're going to put it in your cotton. This is a tip that I like to use. Makes it a lot easier when we're wrapping the horse's leg. Just wrap it down about halfway and then roll it in. We're going to go ahead and wrap the horse's leg. We're all prepared and ready with our bandage. Give ourselves some room. Never get pinned between the horse and a wall. Good girl, Dixie. So you're going to place the wrap where you're going to want it, just below the knee. Tuck in the corners and keep some pressure while you're rolling the bandage around so that it is nice and smooth and even pressure. So now when you get here, you already have your tail of the wrap in place, so you can easily roll around it and have your bandage set to go. When you roll, you're always going to keep a little bit of cotton above and below. And as you graduate up the leg, you're going to do it approximately equal lengths, 1.5 inches, 2 inches approximately. You'll get used to how long your bandage is after you've wrapped a few times, and it'll kind of let you know where to start on the leg. Once you get to the end, you have your Velcro all ready to put in place. And see how it's nice and smooth and even pressure. You don't want it to have a waveform where there's more pressure on one part of the leg than the other. So that's it. That's how you do it. Now we're going to wrap a hind leg. And some of the differences in the hind leg is the cannon bone is a bit longer than in the front leg. So you're going to want to measure and make sure that you get the right size cottons for your bandage. So if you have cottons for your front legs and you're going to be wrapping your hind legs, you may have to go buy some new ones. So here we are getting ready again. I already have my bandage rolled up, and we're going to put it in the cotton. And on the hind leg, you're going to want to tie a knot in the tail. This way it'll keep the tail hairs out of your bandage. Just twist real tight underneath the tailbone and bring it around like a slip knot and pull this through. Make your bandage job a lot easier and less frustrating. So we're going to, similar to the front, you're going to want to place it below this joint and covering the fetlock. Tuck in your corners and grab the tail here. The convention in wrapping is to wrap back towards the back of the horse or towards the tail. See how I'm rolling back? And make it snug, because this is nice and thick, and you want to have enough pressure to keep the bandage on, but you don't want to go like that and make it too tight. Fairly snug. And you'll know if you didn't do it tight enough because your bandage will get loose really quickly. So right here is the front of the fetlock. I'm just going to finish this and go back up. If you get some wrinkles or gaps, you can do that. Pull it like this. Use your other hand to make it smooth and even. There we go. This is a very short amount of Velcro that's attaching here, so I would probably choose to put a little masking tape around here to make sure that we keep that bandage nice and snug. Now we're going to show you how to bandage a polo wrap. Some of the reasons that you might want to use a polo wrap are if you're going out on the trail to protect your horse's leg, or if they have a small wound that you've been bandaging but you want a flexible bandage while you're riding. So we're going to go ahead and do this. And it's pretty much the same thing as when you're wrapping the standing wrap. You just don't have any cotton underneath. But as you can see, the polo wraps are nice, thick, soft felt. You probably use maybe just a hair less pressure when you're doing a polo wrap because you don't have the thick cotton you have to compress, but it's very similar. You want about the same level of graduated steps down as you bandage. I find that these are a little less flexible, so you sometimes need to stop and organize them. And I like to definitely get the bottom of the fetlock, because that's an area that can get cut easily. And then just wind your way back up. And there you go, ready to go out on the trail.